Hey,
all right, a
everybody?
lot of things today. I'm so excited, man.
First things first, share it out.
Just so you know, you're not as good looking as my partner I had today. I don't know if you saw the shark dog I did earlier.
I did not.
It was with my boy
I heard
Cody.
though. Yeah,
my boy Cody. He did really good.
He's the best.
He was a star. He took the show by storm. He actually killed it. He was a star. They were chatting him up on the chat and everything.
Everybody loves Cody.
He does.
We should love Cody.
He was a good boy. He was a fantastic boy. So come on in, guys. Please share in your groups.
Did you make him speak for everyone?
I didn't make him speak. No, he was just waving his paws and being real excited about the stuff we're talking about. And you know what the sick part is I didn't even touch on what we got to talk about today.
No, we have so much to talk. We have so much to talk about. Even if you did, it wouldn't matter.
No, it's just so much. I literally just gave little tidbits of little stuff that's happening. But there's way more. So yeah, come on in, everybody. This is big news, big stuff, big news day, big news day.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Obviously, you see in our title it says Shark Talk Live, the International Open Edition.
Yep.
Of course, that's because we're going to be talking about the International 9-Ball Open. So of course, I'm going to go to my trusty assistant, digitalpool.com, and they are going to give me all of the information that we're going to talk about here.
Unfortunately, our guy Naoki Oi lost round 3 to this guy Shane Van Boning.
Yeah, I hear he's pretty good.
He beat him 10-4, and obviously we're thinking about Naoki. Hopefully he's doing well. He's going to come back in. He's not out of it, so he's still in it. But obviously Shane's a force to be reckoned with. It's exciting to watch. I didn't watch it for whatever reason. The app said it was playing at 9 p.m. and I was expecting to watch it tonight, and I guess it was 9 a.m. or something. So I'm not sure what it was, but it played before I even got to work. So.
I'm not entirely sure either. I didn't get the opportunity to see that. But let's just go real quick into the overall rounds. First of all, let's talk a little bit about who is left in the first event that started with the International 9-Ball Open, the International 9-Ball One Pocket, the International One Pocket.
And if you don't like this stuff, just wait, because we have a lot of big news after, but just pay attention.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of stuff to talk about.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere.
All right, so guaranteed in 5th, 6th, still on the winner's side, is Superman Roberto Gomez. He's going to be facing Alex Pagulayan. That's a big one-pocket matchup.
Two great one-pocket players. Really good.
That's a really big event.
I think they might be favored to win whoever wins that match.
Try this one out for size, though. Devin Poteet, the man who actually stunned somebody in the International 9-Ball. We'll talk about that in a minute. He's going to be facing USA Mosconi Cup team captain Jeremy Jones, and they're both on the winner's side.
Not bad match.
Darren Appleton is going to be facing Tony Chohan. That's a big matchup, too. I know Darren Appleton's a good one-pocket player. Tony Chohan, of course, is a great one-pocket player. And Omar Al-Shaheen is going to be facing Corey Deuel. Both of those players are on the loser's side as well, so one of them's going home.
You're out. Yeah, you lose, you're out.
So there's still 6 players left in the International One Pocket and the International One Pocket. So you tell us who you think is going to win in that matchup. We have Roberto Gomez, Alex Pagulayan,
Superman,
Devin Poteet, Jeremy Jones. Oh, there's 8 players left, sorry. Darren Appleton, Tony Chohan, and Omar Al-Shaheen and Corey Deuel. Those are the remaining players.
Big names. Is this the last big event after this international? Or?
This is the last truly major event before the Mosconi Cup.
Yep.
So, even though they don't consider it one of Pool's majors, a lot of Matchrooms events now are considered a lot of Pool's majors. It is still one of the biggest payout.
Look at the
events.
names.
Of course,
look at the names.
It's a full field.
That's what I go by.
It doesn't got to be
the money. Yeah,
it doesn't got to be deemed a major tournament in order to be that.
Absolutely not.
Of course, you do know why the International 9-Ball Open came about, right?
I believe it's the old. What do you call it? Right? Is it the old? What am I thinking of? It was another event that they changed it, correct?
No. Actually, it was an event that they replaced. When Matchroom bought the U.S. Open, there was a year where the first year that they bought the U.S. Open, Matchroom didn't hold the U.S. Open because, of course, they needed a little bit of time to get everything all set up, all the logistics, everything else. Well, Pat Fleming and AccuStats, who had a big coin purse in being able to stream the U.S. Open before, now no longer had the ability to stream it because, 1, it wasn't being held, and 2, it was under Matchroom's brand. So, what did Pat Fleming do? He made his own tournament, and he held it in Chesapeake, Virginia, very near Q Masters, which used to be the area where the International 9-Ball Open was held before.
We're on live.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well, we have a delivery.
Oh, my. I have to talk about this, too. I used to like you, Jen.
I didn't even know about this whole deal.
So those of you guys can know this is a little bit of a war That's going on. It's right on my list.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that too.
Us and APA and Bruce Bartlett, who's a very evil man.
Yes,
I
he
hope
is.
everybody calls tomorrow and complains about their handicap and asks for Bruce Bartlett directly. And if that doesn't work, Jennifer, come here. Call this lady. Jen, come here.
And complain. She's a division rep, so you can complain.
Yes,
I'm
call
not a
her.
division rep.
Call her and
Complain anyway.
I
And
tried.
complain any
We'll give
complaints.
you her
she will
number.
take. I will
Make me
second.
a division rep.
Text me or message me. I will send you her number. You can send her whatever you want. Text, call. She loves to answer questions late at night, early in
Yeah.
the morning.
I don't mind.
It doesn't matter what the question's about. She's answering it. It's just
All
saying.
right. So I know you're getting hungry while streaming this show. Should help you out. Your friend Bruce. All right.
I'll have you know, Bobby. I'll have you know. At about 10 o'clock, I got a message on my phone. Of course, I can't answer it because I'm at work and Amazon doesn't allow phones on the floor. I did get a text on my phone, and when I got to break, I realized that the APA had called me, and they said, Tim, I have a favor. I never got the chance to call them back.
I would hope you would say no.
I didn't know what the favor was.
Well, the favor is my manager's going to get something very delicious.
Is that true? Well, I'm not your manager.
Oh my gosh.
But you know something? I'm not your manager,
Oh
but
my goodness. That is terrible. Oh, they smell so good.
oh, they taste so good.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Jennifer, I'm so mad at you right now. I don't call you Jen.
I didn't
Jenny,
even know
Jenny,
about
I'm
it.
so mad at you right now.
I didn't even know about the whole thing until we got in the car and I told Nick. And he's
Yeah.
like, they have some war going on. I'm like, oh shit.
These are
There is a war,
delectable.
so they really smell good. I might have to run around the building twice just to eat one.
Don't worry, Bruce.
All
I
right,
won't tell.
Bruce,
I
thank
won't
you
Got
very
you
much.
covered.
I appreciate it. My manager is going to enjoy him. My wife is here, and she's going to enjoy him. Thank you so much. So I'll give you a little background on what happened. So Bruce and I obviously have a competition where we're both going to try to lose the most weight before January, and then we're going to play a pool match as well.
Hey, look who showed up in the chat.
So-
Hi, Bruce.
Nice job. I'm getting you back again. So what they did? So I didn't bring the candy in. I was going to bring the candy in. He sent me a package,
Oh, he's
and it
mean.
said,
He's
"Do not
mean.
open to the shark stream." But I didn't. I opened it because I wasn't paying attention. It was 3 bags of candy with sticker that said no sugar added, 0 calories. And I'm talking about Hershey's Kisses. I'm talking about gummies. These were all delicious things. And my manager has a sweet tooth, so she ate them all, most of them. They're still in there. But that was phenomenal. So what I did was, and I don't know if you saw this yesterday, I sent Domino's Pizza with cheesy bites and all the breadsticks to Connecticut APA. I hope Bruce had some of that.
Hey,
From what I
Bruce.
heard, he did not. So good, kudos to him. Kudos to him.
Hey, Bruce, you have my address on file. Just send it my way. I'll eat it for you. I ain't on a diet.
Well, listen. Jen is in hot water right now with me. So we'll see what she needs for league or anything else. I can't wait for her to ask for something. She's in hot water. And Bruce, it's 2-1 you, right? But I don't forget.
Oh, don't worry. We got a secret weapon here.
I don't forget.
gotta-
Yeah, that's
those
right.
are gonna be untouchable,
that's
too.
That's right. That's my girl. It's your girl, but we have weapons. Don't worry. We'll see you at the next event there, Mr. Bartlett.
Listen, for the sake of the Shark Stream, I must remain neutral in this war. I don't want to lose a sponsor over picking sides.
As he eats the delicious cookies. And
They're
those
pretty good.
cookies look really good. So I
They're
don't know who
pretty good.
made them, but shout out, they look really good.
They're really good.
So that was on my list. We started talking about the Invitational, but Bruce and I, yeah, we sent them a beautiful pizza and mozzarella sticks and all the good stuff. And he sent me candy and now cookies. That's terrible. Terrible.
Let's get back to what we were talking about.
Let's go. All right, back to work.
Sure.
Back to work. Get.
Okay.
All right.
So we're talking about that. Of course,
This is why we locked the Shark Stream booth. I'm locking it right now.
Yeah, before you get bombarded by more.
If
You don't
Timmy-
know how many. Listen, you don't know how many people he may have called.
Just so you know, if Timmy was on this side, she was not getting in. The only reason she got in is because I was here and I heard a little knock, and I'm like, Timmy would have been. Nope.
No,
So
you should have let me. You
Bruce,
should have let me
good
stay on
job.
that side.
Jen, good job. You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
I don't know though. He almost put me up to it today. I just didn't. I didn't really ask him what he wanted.
Yeah.
It was enough.
That might not have ended well. That might have went viral. Me punching you, but. But
Well,
that's
hey, listen.
okay.
We'll get to that in Shark Talk Live.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that too.
Absolutely.
But we've got so
All right,
much
let's
more
get
to
back
talk
to
about.
work. Nice job, Bruce. 2-1 you.
The International 9... by the way, I did hear a comment if we're going to be talking about some other things. Yes, we will. We'll talk about that in just a bit, though. I don't want to tell everybody what it is we've got on the list today. We got plenty more coming on the list right here. Let's talk about the other event that is also not the International 9-Ball Open, but another great event that they're holding this year. The Bigfoot 10-Ball Challenge.
Yes.
So... Diamond Bigfoot. We're talking 10-foot tables,
Boom,
10-ball.
Big 10-ball.
They're huge.
Call shot.
Ridiculous.
I don't know, it's call shot, call safe?
No, it's just call shot.
Just call shot, which is the way I like it.
You gotta play it that way.
Safe,
Don't eliminate the two
much.
ways. It's ridiculous. Anyhow, let's talk about who got what and where we are. We have only a couple of players.
My wife is here
left.
to rescue me. My wife is here to rescue me. I'm going to let her in.
Don't worry.
No, I'm giving my wife some cookies. You're going to have one more. You knew about it too? Why would you not stop her?
Her?
They look so good. Jen brought him in. Yeah, Bruce is in trouble, but Jen got him in here.
Jen snuck them in. She
I don't want them.
infiltrated.
Give them to Lisa. Lisa loves chocolate.
All right.
All right.
So
Now
let's talk
get back to
about
work here.
the 16 players that are there. Of course, this match is 86% complete because you could go to digitalpool.com and see just how much of the match is left
For free.
For free.
Yep.
So let's talk bracket. Let's see how many players are left. As far as I checked, there is.
Now, Digital Pool, is that the one we use with Eric Tang?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so that's the one we're going to be using more often, and we're going to use that for the underdog as well.
Talk about this one. The final just started, but we're going to talk about who's in the final right now. Of course, it's a man who seemingly can't be beat lately. Aloysius Yap was actually in the semifinal. He lost to the
right?
man. Yes, he lost 11-6. But he got a semifinal loss to the former world number 1, Joshua Filler, and former world champion.
Great players.
That particular former world champion is facing another former world champion, the Iceman, Mika Immonen. Who would have thunked that one? He got by Roberto Gomez, who also seemingly can't lose. He got by Alex Pagulayan. He got by John Mora. I mean, this is a full field right here.
I'll tell
16
you what,
killers.
The older pool school people are coming back. They're starting to play a little bit, taking a little bit serious. They're going to coming back. We're going to talk about that as well.
Yeah,
old players are coming back. Yes, thank you very much. All those likes. I know everybody give Bruce some angry faces on there. We need Bruce and Connecticut ABA angry faces for today only. We're going to talk about that as well. These old players
these are good.
These old players have to step up their game. You know what I mean? To keep up with these young kids. Look at Bruce. Now you go get those angry faces for Bruce.
Speaking of young kids, another young kid who happened to knock off another player who we're going to talk about when we talk about Oi.
Yeah.
Shane Van Moning was in this event. He lost in the second round. Guess who he lost to? The Singapore sensation, Aloysius Yap.
Wow.
Aloysius beat him 11-6.
Yep's
That seems very similar to what happened at the U.S. Open. I don't even think it was 11-6. I think it was 11-5 at the U.S. Open. But either way, so Yap went on to eventually lose to Filler. So it is Filler and Mika Immonen, and they're playing live right now as of 10 minutes ago for the final.
You can watch that live. I'm sure it's on pay-per-view somewhere. And support your sport, man. If you like it, pay for it to watch it. You
can go to accustats.com if you want to find that live stream. You're going to have to wait till after Shark Talk Live, though. We still got a lot more to talk about. Speaking of Filler,
so much to talk about.
Filler did just win the American 14-1 straight pool championship.
He did.
The American 14-1.
There was a little bit of controversy in that event as well, but he did win it.
A little bit.
Obviously, there's not as much straight pool talk as there was.
Well, there's a little bit to talk about now.
Yeah.
There was a huge
you want to
field.
Explain what happened there, Timmy?
Yeah, there was a huge field, multiple groups. Yeah, I do still have cookies at home too.
Andy said he's coming back. Dana says 11-3. Who is 11-3?
For I believe he's mentioning Shane and yes. Aloysius Yap is actually as far as I know, Aloysius Yap is actually not the number 1. I could double check that. Let me double check that right now while we've got the opportunity.
And like I said, Oi lost 11-4 from the video that I saw.
Oh yes, Aloysius Yap is actually the world number 1.
Yeah, yes, he is number 1. That? There you go.
So world number 1, Aloysius Yap.
You guys are the best. Don't you're teaching us. Appreciate it.
What I'm curious
Hector
about
wants some
though
cookies. Come on down. Listen, I'm going to have free cookies here for everybody who calls APA office tomorrow and harasses Bruce Bartlett. I'm kidding.
So, actually, yes, Shane did fall significantly. And that's funny because I had just seen the Austria Open, and I'm curious what event got added that made Shane slip so far. Of course, Shane has not played any of the Predator US Pro Series events. and this is not helping him when it comes to the world number one. Aloysius Yap is your world number one. David Alcady is your world number two. Shane Van Boening has slipped all the way back to world number 7. And Naoyuki Oi is still in the top 5, now ahead of Van Boening.
Yuki!
So, that's a huge thing. Thank you very much for mentioning that. I forgot that. I didn't realize that there was another event that had actually been added into that. So thank you, Dana.
Good job on that. We have the best listeners, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we do. And thank you for the information. Again, if you have information that happens to coincide with something that we're talking about, I'm very happy to hear it because that was actually something I didn't know about. That being said, going back to digital
the straight pool 14-1. The controversy, what happened there,
yes.
Timmy?
Well,
want to talk about it?
I do, but before we do that, let's finish off the International 9-Ball Open so we can get back into the 14-1.
We just did a 10-ball Bigfoot.
Yeah, I mentioned it because Filler had won, and he's on the verge of potentially winning the Bigfoot 10-ball challenge.
I think this is the last round to go to 32 and be single elimination, if I'm not mistaken.
Very possible. Yeah. We'll check stage 2 in just a second, but as we go into the International 9-Ball Open, of course, 128 players started. There were a lot of great matches in the first round, a lot of blowouts too, because it is the first round of the event. But one of the biggest matches that I saw that I was really surprised upon was a little guy by the name of Shane Wolford.
He's a guy that Lucas has done a lot of battle with over the years, especially in Valley Forge. And
the only reason I want to mention him because he's so young.
Yeah, he's Lucas's age. He's Lucas's protege. I mean, not protege, but they were equal at one point. They were playing a lot of big matches for money and gambling and events. And it seems like this guy's taking his spot to the next level. Lucas is doing fantastic also, but I really would like to see Lucas really start to go to some of these major events.
You're going to be real surprised when you see this. Shane Wolford won his first match, of course. He won 10-3 over Matt Craw, another person in the area.
I follow him on Facebook. You know what I mean? Shane, he's a nice kid. I met him a couple times in Valley Forge. So.
He also then went on to face former world champion Thorsten Holman and beat him 10-8.
How about that, huh?
And he is currently live against Tommy Kennedy, up 9-5 on the hill.
He's on the hill.
If he wins,
all right, man,
he will be in the money and will face Dennis Orcolo next.
Good for him.
And he will be guaranteed 17th to 24th.
Good for you,
and guaranteed $1,000.
That's fantastic.
So he will be on the cusp of cashing in his first professional event, like his first major professional event.
He's only 20 years old, I believe.
Correct.
Yeah, this is very, very an American
Could he be
player.
in the Mosconi Cup by 25?
Yeah. Who knows? We'll see.
So the other one that I wanted to mention was Devin Poteet. I mentioned that before in the one pocket, right? Well, he ended up beating Connecticut pro Jeremy Saucy in the first round of the event, 10-8. And that sent Jeremy to the one-loss side. Devin would then go on to face Dennis Orcolo and would end up losing 10-5. So he is now on the one-loss side. No, Jeremy went to the one-loss side. We're actually going to see where Jeremy ended up. It's just going to take me a minute. He ended up playing a player by the name of Sang O. He won 10-1. Then we went hill with Frankie Hernandez. Then he beat Anthony Maglino 10-8, and he now faces current world number 1 Aloysius Yap on the one-loss side.
Come on, Jeremy!
And the winner will go on to make the cash at 25th through 32nd.
All right, let's go, Jeremy.
So he's not guaranteed cash yet. If he does win and Matt Craw ends up winning, they would actually end up facing one another. If not, it would be Saucy and Ralph Souquet in the first round of the money on the one-loss side. So where did the world number 1 end up, or who did he lose to, since we just talked about that? Well, we can go back and we can find that because Digital Pool gives us all those matches. So we look for...
So easy to look through this now.
Isn't it?
I mean, we used to have to search through the
Full
internet.
brackets.
It's unbelievable. Big things. And wait till you see our big news.
I do want to note who beat him was the runner-up to the World 9-Ball Championship, Omar Al-Shaheen. That is the man who beat former world number 1, now world number 1, Aloysius Yap, and he will end up playing the sensation from Hungary, Oliver Zolnacki, the man who has beaten Shane Van Boening multiple times in a row in big events.
Weird.
Speaking of Shane did end up going on to defeat Naoyuki Oi. He is now going on, and he will end up facing the winner of Josh Roberts or Abdullah Al-Yusuf. So they are currently playing live.
We will definitely have the update for you next week, assholes. Also, see who wins that. So that sounded funny.
It did sound very funny.
So we'll definitely have those results for you next week as well.
I wanted to let you know exactly where Naoyuki Oi ended up after he lost to Van Boning.
I think it was just today, right? He didn't play a match again, did he?
No, he hasn't. He is actually waiting for the winner of Warren Kiemko and Sharik Saeed. Of course, Sharik Saeed ended up losing to Jason Shaw early, and Warren Kiemko ended up losing in, I believe, the second round. I don't know
obviously
who he
we're
lost
friends
to.
now, so I'm going to obviously follow him a little closer now.
Of course. Other notable players who are now currently in the money, the Iceman, Mika Immonen, who is playing well. He faces Mad Max Lechner. That'll be a money match. They're both in the money, so that'll be for more money. On the winner's side still, Albin Ocean and Joshua Filler. What a matchup there. World champion Albin Ocean versus former world champion Joshua Filler.
I'm the new captain now.
Yeah, who knows? That might determine who is really the front runner in the Mosconi Cup, because we know Filler's going. I don't think he's been chosen. I think he's been chosen already. But if he hasn't, he's in. I mean, same with Albin. I think he can't imagine him not being in. Ruslan Chinnikov is also there. Shane Van Boning is in the money. James Aranis and Alex Kazakis are both in the money. Zlonaki and Shaheen, as I mentioned before. Or Kolo. Jason Shaw is in the money, so he's cashing in a major event. Good for him. Also, on the one-loss side, we have a bunch of players who are just waiting to cross over into the money, including guys like Naoyuki Oi, Mark Vidal, Victor Zielinski, Jonathan Pinniger, Dennis Grabe, Eric Roberts, John Mora, D. Adkins, and Mario He, Jeremy Saucy, Aloysius Yap, Ralph Souquet, just to name a few names. Chris Reinhold, also Chris Robinson, for those of you that didn't know he changed his name. It was a little while ago. And Fedor Gorst, who also was in the American 14-1. He was the runner-up for the American 14-1 Straight Bowl Championship.
He was. All right, so
that's the International 9-Ball Open so far.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, there's more to it. You can go to digitalpool.com and see the entire bracket.
You can just fish through it. All right, so we want to go through a couple other things. Obviously, I want to touch base about this Bruce Bartlett thing, who's now declared war against Bobby Hilton.
Please explain why.
So what happened is we have a bet going on until January. Bruce Bartlett and the director of APA, Connecticut APA, we have a weight loss challenge, and then we're going to be playing a pool challenge. And as you can see, I'm starting to play a little bit more. I played Dylan today. I got a bunch of scheduled matches, so I'm getting back into
sparring matches in.
Yeah, and I'm also starting to eat a little bit better. And since the last 2 days, when he sent me a bag of candy with Hershey's Kisses, gummies, and pretzels, M&Ms, I am on a mission now. So I said, okay, I can play like that. And I give my manager all the candy. She absolutely loves it. Elisa's very excited. I sent them pizza with mozzarella sticks and little balls and all cheesy dip. I bought him everything and sent it to Connecticut APA. And then what does he do? He comes back and returns and sends me cookies live on the Shark Stream. And Jen Bousquet is in big trouble, and that was a nice call by them. So that's what that was, and we'll see what happens. So see who wins. That's the bottom line.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
How about getting? Did you have any more to that?
No, I said
I didn't want to cut you off.
Yeah, no, that's all I had. I was going to say on to the next thing.
American 14-1.
We're doing the best. Oh, the 14-1. Yeah, we got to touch on that.
We already touched on the winner. We already touched on the runner-up. I want to touch on the controversy that was streaming over social media all during the week.
Yeah.
It just so happens that one player in the event got disqualified after qualifying from the group stage. The American 14-1 had a multi-group stage event. Every player played round robin. It was 5 matches, and
okay, hold on 1 second, right back.
Go ahead, Bobby will be back. I'll explain more. We're going to explain more with the American 14-1. So, in the group stage, one of the players ended up getting into a shoving match with another player. That player who was disqualified was none other than Earl the Pearl Strickland. Strickland ended up getting into a shoving match, I believe it was with Hunter Lombardo, and because they disqualified him, he was not able to make it to the round of 32, and Tyler Steyer ended up taking his place. So I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit, because it's really, really interesting that Earl, at his age...
Something happened to Earl, and somebody obviously did something to him that he was not happy with.
Maybe.
So, he's an experienced player. He's
the
a
problem
professional.
the problem is there's not a lot of backstory out there as to how this happened. All we know is that he got disqualified.
Yeah, that's all we know. And
he
was disqualified for the rest of the events. He could have been, right? There's other events there, or no? That was the only event.
No, that was it.
That was it. Okay, so he did get disqualified for the full event.
Yeah.
But
here's the weird part. We've known Earl to be a hothead. We've known it, and we know it. He runs his mouth
too much
a lot. And
to the crowd, to other opponents,
and sometimes he looks
to himself,
and sometimes he looks a little foolish doing it
to himself.
He's already one of the most eccentric players out there with all of his gadgets and all of the OSHA approved eyewear and everything else, and the finger weights and everything else. But the one problem I have with this is that it's not good for the sport.
Listen,
not.
It's part of the game, man. It happens. We all have emotions. Some people get hotheads. Some people get aggravated. And he's a professional. He's
emotions
a five-time U.S. Open World Champion.
And that does not excuse the ability of putting. That does not excuse putting your hands on somebody else.
Those are the facts. The facts are he's a five-time world champion.
You're right.
And he got a little frustrated, maybe because somebody did something to shark him. Maybe something happened. We don't know the whole story.
But here's the kicker. I went back on Q-Score and looked at the bracket. At no time did Earl ever play Hunter Lombardo, or any other player with the name Hunter in the entire event. So how did this stem is the question. I've been trying to figure it out.
We'll
if
find
anybody
out.
has information, by all means,
that would be great.
Give me real verified info from somebody who was there, somebody who might have saw it. I mean, I understand we're going to get a little hearsay regardless, but at the end of the day, what is this? Earl is an ambassador to this sport, or at least he's supposed to be. He's arguably one of the most decorated players of all time.
Charles Barkley, who's one of the best basketball players I think I've ever seen play, and he has a rough mouth. He says what he says, and that's it. And he's a great broadcaster, and I'm standing behind Earl. I think he's a great player. I think he's good for the game. And we have more news about Earl. We're talking about Earl.
Well, if we want to talk about Earl, if we want to talk about getting rewarded for bad behavior, then yeah, sure.
Well, I don't think he actually got rewarded because he pushed somebody that's why he's getting the Mosconi Cup.
Okay, rewarded for bad behavior, but you gave the cat out of the bag. Earl Strickland has been selected as the third player.
Let's go, Earl!
For the Mosconi Cup.
We want Earl. Earl is the third player. Yeah. Unbelievable. And you can see in Timmy's face, he's not too happy with the decision.
No.
And as soon as he comes in today, we don't have a lot of time to talk about this show because we're both obviously busy. So I
get home late, that's why.
As soon as we start talking about it, he starts fishing through his internet, looking about other players. And what did you find out, Timmy?
Well, this is what I want to know.
Just so you guys know, I am 100% happy, and I'm glad he's there. I think it's a great.
Is it a bad thing? Okay, tell me why you think it's great for the sport.
Because one, he's probably the top 5 most notable players in the sport today. If he has a top gear, if he gets his top gear, he's definitely going to have a chance to win the Mosconi Cup again, which he has won in the past, I believe, right?
Yes.
I know he's
9
lost.
times.
I know he's lost. So
he's won 9 times.
He's won 9 times, so he has the ability, to do that. And he's actually a funny guy. I mean, he's a little out there, and that's why I think he should go. And why do you think he shouldn't be there?
Well, I mean, take away the fact that he is on the world's all-time money list, but he's further down than you might think. But forget about all that. Let's talk. I went to AZ Billiards just to find a couple of notable things that I could throw out here. I could have did a little bit more research if I wanted to, but you have to go a really, really far ways back in order to figure out a time where Earl Strickland has actually done something in the world of pool. And I'm not trying to poo-poo on the guy. I know it sounds like I am, but something, we got to figure this, we got to have sides to this one. You're good with it. I'm not so much. Yep. Okay, this year alone, in 2021.
I would mention bringing Earl in here and he would get upset.
No, in the booth, yes. The problem is I think Earl should never be given a mic.
Yeah.
But that's only because
I think he should. I think it's like Charles Barkley. Give him the mic. Let him say what does he say? What's the worst thing he says? He says some weird, crazy kind of stuff.
Yes, I don't know. It just sounds. It just a lot of times if he's on the losing end of the stick, it sounds like sour grapes, and that's the problem.
The only thing I don't like about his game is sometimes even when he's not on the losing end of the stick, he just goes off the rails and says something. That's
I've seen that.
You know what I mean?
I saw that at the Super Billiards Expo. I love that story, but
I think it's going to be good for the. I think it's going to be for the Mosconi Cup.
Let's talk about what Earl has done. What are his credentials?
5-time U.S. Open champion, 9-time Mosconi Cup champion.
You know
sure they have
something?
more accolades
You
than
as a
that,
Boston Red Sox fan always talk about people living in the past.
I'm
What are
talking
his
about facts,
credentials?
Timmy.
Pool, like you
Facts.
told me before, is a game of what have you done for me lately?
All right, guys, we need some likes for Earl Strickland. Give us
What-
some likes for Earl Strickland. Let's go.
What have we done for me lately? In 2021, Earl Strickland has made, on the books, a
On the
whopping,
books. That's a good one.
a whopping 1,200...
There we go. There's the Earl. We want some Earl, baby. Look at the Earl. All right, go ahead. You can keep going.
Aaron
Keep
Lake,
going.
that's not true. Darren Appleton did it, as did Mika Immonen.
Did what?
Defended a world
Oh, okay,
championship.
yeah.
They did go back to back.
There we go.
That being said, the what has he done in 2021? He has earned on the books a whopping $1,250 according to AZ Billiards. That puts him 305th on the AZ Billiards money leaderboard.
No, he probably
The leader this year
he's
has over
probably got other
140,000
things going on right
The
now.
leader, what?
Maybe he's in
Being the house pro at
training for
Sandcastle
the-
Billiards?
Maybe he's training for the Moscone Cup
He went to the U.S. Open. That was the only event he went to this year.
because it was right in his neighborhood, and he actually did okay in it.
Not great.
He didn't cash though, but he was.
He did
or
cash. He got
but was right
$1,250.
there. Yeah.
He got $1,250. In 2020, of course, the year of COVID, we won't count it. We're not going to hold it
No,
against him.
absolutely not.
He made a
Early
whopping.
trust.
He made
Early trust.
he made a whopping $1,200.
Yeah.
In 2019, the first year that Matchroom held the U.S. Open, he made a whopping $6,750.
Now we can see Earl maybe not even liking Matchroom as well, doing things, doing events. You know what I mean? Now maybe
it's
now
true.
he's warming up. We're all warming up. Everybody's warming up this
But-
little Matchroom thing here.
But okay, so on top of that, even if that's the case, let's say he's warming up and he's going to start playing all of the circuit events. Cool, great. I'm happy that a man who's in his late 60s is able to get out there and still play. The game is ageless. And he
Is
is.
he early 60s? He's really not though. But
He's pretty. He's about the
Yeah.
same age as roughly the same
Is
age
he?
as Efren, and Efren's getting up there.
Yeah,
You know?
I think Efren's.
I could
thought
be
it was
I could be a little
older.
off. Please,
Yeah.
if somebody out there wants to Google how old he is, please let me know.
Yeah, let us know.
Okay.
I wonder how old Efren is
But
and how old
let's
Earl is.
let's go year by year. 305th on the board. This is money leaderboard ranking. Year by year. 2020, 185th. 2019, 108. 95th. In 2018, 2017, 73rd. The last time Earl made the top 25 in the money leaderboards, he made $36,000 in 2013, which, by the way, is gross to be top 25 and only make 36
absolutely.
grand.
You know, there's
Okay?
a lot of pros making that a lot right now.
And
so
that's
this is better.
And that's 2013. It took 8 years. It's been 8 years since he's been in the top 25 in the
He's back,
AZ
baby.
Billiards
He's
money
back.
leaderboard.
He's back.
And he
He's
hasn't
back.
been. He hasn't
Back.
been in the top 3. We're not
Back.
going to count. We're not going to count the 1 year that he was number
Hector,
1 in
Google it,
'97.
Google it.
We're not going to count the 1 year in '97 that he was number 1 because that year it was only 36,000 and there was no documentation, anyways.
Yeah.
But the year that there was actual documentation was 2000. He was second in the leaderboards to I'm curious who, but he made $91,000. That's the last time. The last time that he made over 100 grand was
And for the record,
2002.
these numbers are disgusting. They should be way higher.
Of course they should
This
be.
sport is, and hopefully
Okay.
we're going to get to that point.
And
Earl's going to help us get to that point. He's learned his lesson. He's older now. He's more experienced. He's going to behave himself and play like a true gentleman.
Bobby,
Come on, guys. Get me
this
back
is
here.
the man. This is the man who went to the Whirlpool Masters 2 years ago, got drilled by Clenty Kashi, and then went on the interview and said, "He's okay. He's not better than me." like, well, are you serious? Clenty Kachi was like the world number 2 at the time. Granted,
that's what I like to see.
you know, and this was, of course, when Kachi was in the middle of like a huge run. He'd won the Kremlin Cup. He was big at the U.S. Open. I think he ended up losing to at the International 9-Ball
All right,
Open. He was
Efren
big too.
is 67. Earl's only
Okay,
a young
so
60.
60.
He's
Okay.
ready to go. It's his
All right.
last year. He's doing it for USA. USA.
But think of all of the American players right now who are just breaking their backs out there trying to get on the Moscone
Keep
Cup
on trying. Keep on trying. You can do it.
to
Don't give up.
get
Never give
chosen by a
Never give
guy
up.
who literally went to one sanctioned event that has been covered, got like 24th.
Yeah, but
He doesn't even. I don't even think his world ranking is probably like 400th right now.
All right. We got to move on. We have a lot to cover.
Do we
We have
though?
a lot to cover.
Like
We do.
that's
We
a
do. We have
huge
a lot
thing.
to cover.
Okay, what do you guys think about? I have to know. What do you guys
Let's
honestly
go.
think about the
Earl.
Moscone Cup?
All
I
right,
have to hear this.
likes for Earl the Pearl and sad faces if you don't like Earl the Pearl.
What I want to hear
Let's
your.
go.
I want to hear your comments.
Or type
We're
it
gonna come
in
back
there.
to the
Yeah, type
comments.
it in
I
there.
want to hear these comments
Type it in
because
there. 'Cause we
I'm
know.
thinking about what the Moscone Cup means to the United States in terms of actually winning this. Europe has put together a squad of bona fide world champion
I see you
killers
guys putting some sad faces on there.
every year.
I want to find out who you are.
Like, seriously, Europe is putting together killers every year. And we're over here picking and choosing guys who we just hope will bring a little bit of publicity.
We're working
like,
to the point system.
Are
It's
we just
working.
are we just working to the? Are we working to like make drama?
This is the last hurrah with this pick system. After next year, I think
At
they're
the
going to
rate-
go to a ranking system. They're just not there yet.
No, they had a right. Last year they got rid of it, and this year they're just kind of choosing whoever.
That's
they are.
what I mean.
But
I think
at this
that-
point,
yeah,
are we
but this
just
year was a
forfeiting?
weird
Are we
year.
forfeiting the cup for the hope that maybe the cup will get more viewers?
Yeah.
Like, what is the deal?
No.
Whatever, it's
All
fine.
right.
The Mosconi Cup is going to be
we gotta
coming in
go. It's going
December.
to be exciting. I'm excited. USA.
Yeah, and the Mosconi Cup's coming anyways, and of course, regardless
You're
of
not
who
going
gets
to wear a
chosen.
Europe shirt, are you?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell
All
no,
right,
I'm USC
still a
all the
team.
way, but
Still a
do
team.
I like our odds? No. We got destroyed last year, and we're going to have the same players, if not possibly, players
No,
with
we got a
lesser
new player
caliber.
already. We already got no player.
I love Earl to death, but, there's a lot of guys out there who are playing really, really good pool right now who are, on the American side, who
Go
are probably
Earl, baby. Let's go, Earl.
doing better than him.
All right.
All
All right, we got to move on. We have so much. We're
The Mosconi
still
Cup
not
is in
covered.
December, so check that out.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, this is the last big event until the Mosconi Cup.
Yes.
But after, so we got going on. So this Friday, if you're in the Wallingford area, you want to play a little bit of pool, come on down to Halloween party at Yale Billiards on Friday night, 5 to 10.
We got to get a local plug in there,
Yes, absolutely. We have a small one. I mean, we spend minutes on everything else, but so we're doing it's a $10 tournament if you come dressed up. If you don't, it's a $20 tournament. Race to 2, fun tournament. Crazy drink specials, free pizza. It's just going to be a good time.
Free
so come
pizza?
on down. Free pizza. Yeah, free
How
pizza.
much you going to eat?
I can eat the tops of the pizza. I'm doing keto, so I'll eat the tops with some pepperoni. But we got pizza coming down.
marinara sauce has sugar in it, right?
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. It's not terrible. You're up 5%. You can have. But so let's go, everybody. If you want to come to that, that's this Friday night. It's going to be a great time. And if you want to check out the flyer, go to the Yale Billiards page or Bobby Hilton page, and you'll see the beautiful flyer that we made for the Halloween event. So,
Speaking of other events that are coming up, how about Underdog 2? We just saw the flyer.
yes.
And you can find the flyer on the Shark
Hold on,
Stream.
I gotta go before. Let me go
He's
back.
got the flyer.
I have all the flyers. Here's the Halloween flyer, though. You got to see this one first. Beautiful flyer.
We'll get you up there.
It's a beautiful flyer. All right,
No.
come on, focus. No, it's this camera.
It's not going to work. Close. We're going to get it on the Shark Stream to show you.
Yeah, we're not Shark Stream. Show you. It's a small one.
We tried.
That's the Halloween flyer. Then what were we just talking about?
Underdog 2.
Oh, I don't have that one here for some
don't
reason.
have that one?
I missed that one. I gotta find
Bobby,
it.
you can go to the Shark Stream, Yale Billiards Live, and you can find it. We have put it on the Shark Stream page for you
Yes,
because
I
we
missed
want
it. I
anybody
missed it.
who is an
I don't know how I
APA
missed
skill
it.
level 5 and under to join the event.
Huge event. Huge event. There's already people loading up on Hector's phone and Shelly's phone, and they're so excited about it. So here it is, guys. How about that? The great Underdog himself. You can't read the words, but
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
it's all the things that Timmy said about the handicaps, and it's
Yes.
going to be amazing. So we have that coming up. That's going to be on the 20th. That's one of the later things in November. And then we got the Play for Shay. That's big. That's going to
That's
be
huge.
November 6th. Obviously, Timmy and I are accepting challenge matches. So if you
Yes, we
want
are.
to play him, if you want to play me, I already have a couple scheduled. So you need to push the boat. You need to,
get it.
get him going. So
Listen, come get it right here.
Yeah, come
Y'all
get
want
it.
some?
there
Come
it
get
is.
some. I
There
got
it is.
Q in hand.
There
Let's
you
go.
It's all for a good cause, and if you lose $50 for you can buy a Yale Billiards gift certificate and put that in there, or you can buy another gift certificate, as long as
Exactly.
you're supporting local business, what we're looking for.
Yeah.
And of course, all the money is going to go to the Play for Shay for raffles. And like I said, I already have 3 or 4 matches. They want a doubles match between us. So if you want to play Timmy, let him know. We only have 2 weeks left. We'll set it up. It's all going to be Shark Stream.
As much as I got time to play, I'll play.
Andy already volunteered his time. I'm sure we can get Bobby Hunt in here as well to do some matches. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Maybe Kicking Chicken will be over his eyeball issues.
I hope
he's doing
all right.
okay.
We're checking on him. I did check on him a little while. He's okay, but he's not 100%.
Yeah, well, when he
so-
comes back, he can,
Yeah. So again, we got the Play for Shay. We have over 30 teams signed up for the tournament. It's a doubles tournament. It's a different format. It's an 8-ball handicap of 11.
But we're playing 9
But we're
ball.
playing 9-ball. So, and if you're 11, you're going to play as a higher handicap as a 12. So it's a little weird, but I like the system. I think it's going to be fair. Everybody's going to have fun. We're making a food list. The food is going to be great. There's going to be all kinds of food you can eat for free. People are bringing. If you want to bring some food, please let us know.
I love food.
Yeah, so you're talking over 60 people. I think we're going to have 50 teams by the time we finish this.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be $1,000 in raffle prizes.
There's
Bart
a
already did the
huge queue.
$1,000 raffle queue. So that's big for the Play for Shay.
Yeah,
So
there's
please,
a beautiful Jacoby Q, of course, brought by one of our sponsors, Bart Revezzi. He's the
Beautiful
Connecticut
Q.
dealer for Jacoby Qs, and he teamed with Jacoby to pair that up. I should bear in mind that the Play for Shay tournament is not affiliated with the Shark Stream, but the Shark Stream will of course be supporting. The Play for Shay is of course affiliated with the Great Yale Billiards, and the Shark Stream will be supporting by offering live streams that day and a whole bunch of fun. Not to mention all of the great advertising that we're doing for it, because we want everybody to be there, because fighting against juvenile diabetes is a monster fight, and it's something that
talk
is.
to somebody, they know somebody that has it, or it's huge. It's
I
absolutely huge.
mean, granted, it's not juvenile diabetes, but I should actually I should mention that I was talking to my father. My father called me in the middle of this, and he's actually getting checked out by the doc right now.
He might be diabetic.
Might be. He's
Unfortunately,
actually at the
grandmother was
doctor.
diabetic, right?
He's at the doctor right now,
Yeah.
and he's actually going to be there for a few hours.
Yeah.
I don't know
Check
if they're
him
going
out.
to keep him overnight. He's not he's not in any way like in harm's way,
just
but
checking him out.
doctors are worried that if they don't go through some treatments right now, that he might get sick in a couple days and
Right.
might not feel good for a little while, because
Absolutely.
his body's a little out of whack.
Could be.
And I think they're
Diabetes
worried.
is rough, man. Diabetes is no joke. So that's why we do it.
Yeah.
Why we do it. All right, let's go on to the next thing.
But the Play for Shay is great.
obviously.
We're looking to
Yes.
donate $12,000 in
That's
donations.
our goal. We're going to
And,
do it. We're going to do it. We do have a couple table sponsors. If your name, your business, $200, we'll put your name on a table for about a week or two.
Yeah.
It'll be up there for the whole time, and I think you guys can do that if you want a table. We already have 13 sold. We have 3 more left. So
And if you want to donate in a really fun way and learn a little something about pool, well, come
Play
find
us.
one of us, because we'll play you.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Big news here. I'm sure you guys already heard about it, but we
Yale
are
Billiards
doing
first Ship the Cash event.
Cash, baby. Ship the cash. Did you see this flyer, Timmy?
I have not actually.
You need to take a look at this. So,
Well, I think I will.
Yale Billiards, of course, the Shark Stream, and Timmy and myself, we're on fire. We're doing everything we can to get the sport going. And we're teaming up with Mike DeMarco, who does a lot of stuff with Fargo ratings and his tournaments, I believe. And what he does is he absolutely kills it. And he's running a two partner events
yeah.
on one day at Yale Billiards.
Yeah.
A handicap of 1,100, and then of 32 teams max, which he'll probably fill it.
This
with
is going
our
to be a
group.
9-ball event.
With
Races
our
of
group
5.
and his group, it's going to fill up.
Yeah.
And then he's doing a whole nother event with 16 teams.
1,300 max.
So this is going to get
And this is
everybody.
10-ball.
This is going to get everybody involved. It's going to get the lower players involved, the higher players involved, and there's going to be a lot of money going on. It's going to be fantastic. I'm so excited about it.
And not to mention, of course, Ship the Cash action tables and
Yeah.
Ship the Cash mini brackets.
Absolutely. And
We'll have mini tables. Little
and-
$5
and-
action per table.
And Mike DeMarco will be in the booth.
Yeah.
He will be definitely in the booth.
Of course, and I love seeing Ship the Cash in the booth. And if Ship the Cash, I don't know if Mike DeMarco is listening in, but if you have any logos or graphics or anything special that you'd like to pop over, we could of course have Ship the Cash's logo on the Shark Stream as well.
Absolutely.
Because why shouldn't we?
It's gonna be most of your event. I mean, you're doing
Yeah.
it all here. Obviously, we're having the Shark Stream, but Ship the Cash is exciting stuff. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of
So,
fun.
Here it is, one more time. Boom. Ship the Cash. Go to Yale Billiards or Bobby Hilton. You can check it out. All right, you ready for the big news?
Big news. Have we got
Ready-
through everything else?
ready for the big
we,
news?
we can only do the big
No.
news if we got through everything else.
No, I was gonna do it in the middle because we just talked about Fargo.
Oh, we got a
Ship the
couple.
Cash.
We got a couple small things left to go.
Yeah, okay, we can talk about
Come
it.
on, we got the
All right, so
triple
we'll do.
threat.
We're going to wait till the end to do it. All right,
We
so we got
gotta,
the Ship
we
the
gotta
Cash.
save the biggest for last.
Ship the Cash, absolutely. It's very important. We need your support for this Ship the Cash event. Not only one is Rhode Island and Connecticut have two of the biggest pool playing areas together. And this is one time. I know we go to Rhode Island a lot of times. Roll 10, 15, 20 deep. And I want to see a lot of the Rhode Island players here. Obviously, I know Mike's going to bring them, and I need you guys to support them as well. And show
Kevin
up to this
Brule,
event.
where are you at? I want to
We
see
need-
you.
We need everybody. I need all my local players, even the people playing in the underdog. It's a great way to get practice. It's going to be a week before the underdog, so I would definitely get practice in this event. It's not that expensive. It's going to be a huge event, so please support us if you can. All right, and then we got the triple threat.
Of course.
That's another one. APA is coming down here, and we're doing a
This is a really
team.
fun event. Races to 4, but it's Scotch triples, Scotch doubles, singles.
It really is.
It's so much fun. I really like the thought of this event.
There's
Of
another
course.
flyer right
You
there.
gotta turn your brightness down.
Yeah, it's
Turn your
not that.
brightness
It's
down.
not that. It's just it's the camera.
It's all right. I can fix it. You watch. Keep your brightness down just a
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
not going to work. It's still going to be.
I promise.
None
it'll
of them
work
came out
just
good.
fine. See, look at that. Just a little bit
much
less.
better.
See, we'll make it even a little bit less bright.
So
He
we
hates
got
it when
the
I mess with
triple
his phone, by
If
the
you
way.
guys want to get in there, please, again, all these flyers will be up on the Int'L Billiards page. And I know people are going crazy today. Why is Bobby posting everything? We're just busy.
We got so much
We're
going
just
on.
busy. Yeah, we really are. We have so much going on.
Yeah.
My girl Lisa, manager, she's so pumped for everything. I'm so excited and lucky to have her. She's doing a fantastic job. I just keep throwing stuff at her, and she keeps saying, "All right, let's do it, and we're making.
You got
it
a
happen.
room. You got pool tables.
Yeah, we got pool
Got a
tables.
kitchen. You may as well.
Yep. And of course, the last thing at the end of November is Duchess of Doom.
Yeah.
How about that? How
So
about
for those
that?
of you who
That's
don't
a
know who
Shark
the
Stream
Duchess-
event special.
For those of you who don't know who the Duchess of Doom is, it is, of course, the most decorated female pool player of all time. The one, the only, Allison Fisher.
She might be the most popular pool player of all time.
Quite one of
between
the-
her and
one of
Jeanette
the most.
Lee, and who else?
Yeah, it's definitely
Shane,
one of the most
maybe
popular
Efren.
female players.
Top four. Who
You're
else?
missing. Oh, you're missing the guy that you were ogling in the Moscone Cup.
Earl Strickland, yeah, maybe. Yeah,
He's
a good
pretty
one. So it's
popular,
like I
Bobby.
said, he could be top
As
five.
a female, she's guaranteed top 3.
Yeah, absolute top two. Well, I think she's top 5 all time. I would think.
She might be number 1 all time. 50 WPBA titles.
Yeah,
Not
she
to
might
mention
be.
snooker titles too.
Yeah, she's been around a
Multiple
long
world
time. She never
championships.
took a break. She never
Multiple
took a break.
Masters championships.
She
Multiple
never took
U.S.
a break.
Opens. Yeah.
Never took a break. So good
Listen,
stuff. Good stuff.
she's awesome.
Absolutely.
She's going to be here at Yale Billiards.
Yes.
What day is that?
November 19th. It's a Friday, and if you want a player, it's $25 a rack, one rack, and you get the player, get a signed cue ball. She'll sign your case. She'll sign a picture, whatever you want her to sign for $25.
She's a great lady.
It's a no-brainer. Shark Stream's proud to present it. Yale Billiards proud to present her.
And
I
it's
know you were
sponsored,
giddy.
thankfully, by the
You were
Connecticut
giddy.
APA.
You were giddy.
I'm so happy. I met Allison Fisher at the Super Billiards Expo. I'm so happy
Yeah.
to be able to just chat with her again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great lady.
So absolutely.
Great lady.
And again, obviously, Connecticut APA is one of our huge sponsors. Without them, Yale Billiards wouldn't be where we are. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Definitely helps out. Now, the
Big
biggest
news, big news. So the big news is, you ready, Tim?
Oh, I know what it is. Are you ready?
No, I'm ready. So everybody out there, we are part of the Salado app, I guess is what you want to call it.
We have a new
Salado app.
sponsor.
New sponsor, the Salado. But that
Fargo Rate and Salado.
the I don't want to say the sponsor was the big news, because more importantly,
That is big.
It is big news, but sponsors, we're getting sponsors all
Listen,
the time because we're
it's
doing
big
good.
for a reason.
The Salado app is what it's all about, and I'm talking to Colby a lot, and I talked to Salado, and what they're doing with their app is phenomenal. Obviously, we've been a lot of chatting. Timmy and I have been talking about Fargo ratings.
There's been a
for
lot
the
of
last
debate
couple
about
weeks,
it.
There's been a lot of debate about getting players up to par.
Yeah.
Mike DeMarco does so many Fargo rate stuff, and
So many events that are Fargo rated. He's starting to submit those results
so
now.
we're going to start. He's going to be a sponsor, Salado, and also they are affiliated with Fargo Rate, and we're going to want you on the list to get involved and download that app.
Yep.
And you can submit your scores when you play a list match, and you will get your Fargo Rate.
Of course,
And
this is by choice. I
this
believe.
is by choice. It's not absolutely. We're going to put people's Fargo Rate, if you have one, up there. If not, obviously NA or whatever. But we want to see what the Fargo rates. I'm real curious to see what the list is compared to what your Fargo Rate is. And so you guys are going to get on that app. It's the Lotto app.
So here's why it's important. This is why it's important to us. The Shark Stream, by becoming an official partner with the Salado app, is now going to be a partner that will be allowed to verify, because we are part of Salado Pro, we will be allowed to verify
Salado app right
official
there.
matches that occur. We'll be allowed to verify official matches that occur and hold actual matches
So
ourselves.
Let's explain what that means. So Timmy and I want to play. Say we're going to gamble for 500.
Yeah.
We can put our name in the app, and then tell them where we're playing, what size pool table we're playing on, and ask you all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then what's the rate? Is there a spot or is it even race?
Yeah.
And then because we're going to be sponsored by them, we are going to be able to
submit that data
to
Fargo.
So,
and actually change our own Fargo rates.
So you,
well,
guys,
yeah, it would. The winner will,
Yeah. So you guys out there, who are on the list, and other fans of Yale Billiards and the Shark Stream, if you guys want to get on this app, check it out. It's a Salado app, and you want to play matches. We're going to try to keep our list matches so that you keep score on there. Everything's on there. The history will be on there.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic. It's going to make the list bigger and better than ever.
So I just want to give a few huge points about Salado. Of course, these were all sent to us from Corey. Very, very happy to... Colby. I'm sorry, Corey. Colby. Colby, and I just want to just give a few things. Again, Bobby did a lot of the talking so far. I've yet to actually speak to him in person, but I can't wait to. It's going to be a lot of fun when we do chat. But Salado is, of course, a 1-versus-1 mobile app for pool players to create, find, play, and verify in-person challenge matches. This doesn't have to be, part of a tournament. It can actually just be two people who are saying, you know what? I want to put it all out there for everybody to see. Or, listen, I want to play a bunch of people who I think are around my speed. And I want to just put these out there. And I want to be able to develop my own Fargo rate. Now, of course, it requires somebody to verify that the match was done on the up and up. And, we're not just going to sit here and say, we're going to put in whatever match for you, because that would be disingenuous and that would be wrong.
Absolutely.
We are going to, of course, do this to the best of our ability and say, listen, if you want this data to be submitted to Fargo Rate, then we will happily submit the data to Fargo Rate for you, so long as we can verify that the match is done legitimately, you are playing to the best of your ability, and you are, of course, actually actively trying, because we don't want to support something that would be disingenuous.
No.
That being said, players have the option, if you don't have the Pro app, to submit matches for a fee. Now, because we are able to do this, we could potentially bypass that fee or potentially work something out. That being said, it's built for players to progress their own game by making any 7-foot, 8-foot, or 9-foot pool table competitive at any time or place. It supports both 8-ball, 10-ball, 9-ball, and it can do races up to 25. Also, Salado has been featured on multiple podcasts. Of course, it's getting very popular, along with Fargo Rate. Fargo Rate is really taking over the country when it comes to rating systems.
Right, and it's not only about, it doesn't do leagues, it's not much about leagues.
Yeah.
It's not about, we're not...
This is individual matches.
It's not about competing with the APA. It's not about taking over our list. It's basically just a finding point of where you are. So if you go on vacation, you're in Florida, you can go to the owner and say, hey, I'm a 550, I want to play somebody. Got anybody to play?
And there's actually a group. There's a grouping. You can find them on Salado.
There you go. Even better.
And here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. If you think this hasn't been used before, or nobody would use this, try this out for size. Shane Van Boning and Dennis Orcolo both submitted their matches, their races to 150 for $100,000 using Salado. They, of course, had to speak to the owner, because this supports races to 25.
Before we go on anymore, real quick,
app.
I have to give a shout out to Will Alley, who did a lot of legwork on this. I kind of threw it off me. He didn't realize how easy it could be.
Yeah.
And Will Alley got us in contact with him. So, Will Alley, shout out to you.
Thank you,
Will Alley. Will Alley. Good job.
Yeah, that was huge.
So,
it's been talked about on multiple podcasts. It's been used in multiple mega money matches to actually influence players' Fargo rating. Of course, guys like Shane Van Boning and Dennis Orcolo playing for,
who we knew was a top 5-10 player, and he shot like it.
Yeah.
You can see why he has that number.
And that's the thing, though. Both these players, of course, had no reason to lose, so of course they submitted the data, and it did actually change Van Boning's Fargo by 2 or 3 points, which is kind of crazy. And he ended up winning that match by 36 racks or something like that. But it's been featured on multiple podcasts. Of course, now it's been featured on Shark Talk Live, so you can add that one to your list, Salado, if you're listening.
Very nice. If he's not, he will. He wants to send a link. I know he does that.
And they work very, very closely with American Pro Pool player Chris Reinhold and UK World Champion Carl Boyes.
So there you go.
They are the official 1-versus-1 app of Q Sports International Leagues, such as the BCA and USAPL, and any CSI League members. So if you're part of BCA or USAPL, you can take advantage of a 50% discount for Salado Pro with a coupon code. It's free to download Salado. You can create an account.
It's free to download, and like I said, it's we're just looking to get players involved, and we want to know where everybody stands. We want to know We love our APA system, and the biggest thing with the APA is the 7 gap. The 7, we talk about it on the Shark Lock. The difference between like a low 7 and a Lucas or a Rob is a huge difference. So we want to be able to get out there where you can say Lucas on our top of our list is a 7-10.
It's like the difference between me and you. A low 7 versus a strong 7.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. You'll get there, though.
I was waiting for you to do that. I wanted you to do that.
But if you want to challenge any of our weak 7, strong 7, we're ready for the play for Shay.
Yeah. If you're ready to challenge us on Salado, we'll try that too.
So that's big news, guys. We got more sponsors. We're involved with a rating system for the list, which is going to make the list better. We're going to have the best list by far. We're going to bump it up to 200 people. The list is going to grow, and Billiards is going to grow.
And the scary part is that, with that too, depending on how many players buy into it and decide to use Salado as well, it might be a possible way to
do it. I know they
it might be a possible way to not just rate the list by who won what with a lineal title, but also for who is the top ranked player too. Because as we see, the former world number 1 Shane Van Boning is still the world number 2 now in the world of Fargo rate.
Yep, he's number 5 in the world, right? Or 7.
He's number 7 in the world now.
But
he's still the world number 2 behind Joshua Filler, who just won another.
Right.
They've been trading back and forth.
Yeah.
Yap's getting up there though. He's like an 826 now. It's kind of ridiculous.
So.
But anyhow, so that's the huge news.
That's what we got. It's big stuff, man. We're doing everything we can, keep the sport going, and we appreciate you guys watching. We appreciate the love you guys are sharing. The donations are fantastic as well. Our new system's coming real soon, and I think that's going to help our pitcher even a little bit better. Even though I think our pitcher's fantastic, I think
we're doing all right.
But we're going to do a little better. We have a couple things we want to add.
I have more things I want to do with this. We just need a little bit more power.
Yes, we need a little more power, and we're going to make it a little bit better for you. And now we got Salado on our team. We have the best sponsors. Speaking of sponsors, we
have was that like
you were close.
We have to update this now though because we have Fargo rate and Salado.
We
haven't put them on yet.
It's just Salado,
but
actually.
I will.
It's just Salado. Yeah, Salado. Salado is like he was explaining to me. It's kind of like Yale Billiards and Shark Stream. They're two different.
Okay.
So the Salado app is what we're.
Just Salado.
Salado is the one that we're going to. I already have my picture on there in Salado, and they have me as I got my Fargo. Yeah, your Fargo on there. You had your Fargo on there.
Of course I did.
That's very good.
We'll talk about that, though. Let's talk about our amazing sponsors who we have up right here.
Absolutely.
Our 2 title sponsors, Viking Cues and Simonis Cloth. Without them, we definitely would not have the 2 major sponsors and all of the other great notoriety that comes from that, but also all of our local sponsors who have gotten us this far as well.
Connecticut APA, Mr. Bruce Bartlett, my number 1 fan right now, is Timmy still eating cookies in the booth in front of me. How terrible it is for a fat guy to see somebody eat cookies in front of you.
Thank you, APA.
It's not pretty.
Thank you, Bruce Bartlett.
Thank you, APA, obviously, for always supporting us.
Andy Gow, the biggest supporter in Connecticut Pool.
The biggest supporter, number 1 guy, was he did my match today between me and Dylan.
Yeah.
Definitely a big supporter. JJ Fishpie, another supporter. He's actually doing it. I think he's going to do a table this year for Play for Shay as well, which is awesome.
Ben Strong and Brian Merrick, of course, we're still pushing for him.
Absolutely. Wayne Harriman.
Yeah. Mark Anthony Home Improvement, LLC, does great work in the booth.
No, Wayne Harriman's another huge sponsor. He always does a table for the Play for Shay also, and he donated a lot of money to that Oi Jeremy match, so shout out to him. Great job by him.
And John Ortiz and Agency 1 Group. Vaculease.
Another good job.
K.
VIP.
Morgan.
He took the VIP also. Yep. K. Morgan, another big sponsor. Without them, I don't think Yale Billiards would be here. I mean, they've done so much for the Play for Shay and for Yale Billiards over the years. They do an awesome job painting, that's for sure.
Of course, we have KM Maintenance and Nick Marino Billiard Sales and Services.
Nick Marino is the man. He's actually going to play. He might play you, actually.
Yeah, I think he's going to play a lot of people.
Actually, he said he was going to play me, but I have to go meet my sister tomorrow.
Yeah.
For a dinner type thing. So Phil was going to play me tomorrow. He thought I was joking, trying to avoid him. So Nick said he'll play him and he'll play you. So that's 2 matches we're going to have for more donations. So I'm excited about that.
Of course, the enthusiast Shine who keeps your Corvette looking nice.
Absolutely. Dave Sear, Pool Table Magic. Of course, Mark Lungen does big stuff, pool tables, cues.
Don't forget Sigmaware. Don't forget Sigmaware. She drops these beautiful shirts like the one I'm wearing.
We're both wearing them right now.
Yeah, that's right. Let's get a look at those shirts right now.
What shirts? What shirts you talking? These shirts you talk about. And we're getting more stuff in, guys. We have sweatpants right now if you want them. Get them while they're hot. Get them while they're hot.
Of course, Modern Barbershop, keeping us all fresh. Yes, I did get a haircut.
We all look good with the hair. Timmy looks good with the haircut.
I didn't go there to get it, but that's not to say that I shouldn't have. I don't get down to Milford very often. But that being said, if you are in the Milford area or Stratford or the Trumbull Mall, you should go check him out. Tito Montalvo does a bang-up job.
Yeah, and we got Master Billiards.
Man Cave Memories as well.
Man Cave Memories, of course, Sean Dixon. He's doing big things.
Master Billiards, keeping your tables looking good.
And he is coming in November, the end of November, actually, between the tournaments somewhere. We're doing about 8 tables.
Are you gonna save the cloth that Naoyuki signed?
We are gonna save the cloth. We're gonna give it to probably Nana, and we're gonna have one for Yale Billiards to save. Nice. And of course, you saw the Tim Wiegand, what he did for us in the Shark Stream at Yale Billiards. So we're posting that as well.
Mm-hmm. Michael's Deli, keeping us all fed.
She mentioned
nice and happy.
10% off.
Hopefully giving you some healthy food.
Yes, I can go down there and I'm sure you can get some keto stuff. Some meatballs without the bread would be great.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Absolutely.
Keith Waters, you hook him up.
Yeah,
before Bruce fattens him up.
Oh my God, that was terrible.
And of course, Jacoby Custom Cues and the Connecticut dealer Bart Ravesi. Of course, I am a proud Jacoby owner. Thank you, Bart Ravesi, for helping me with that.
Another great sponsor, giving donation for the cue for the Play for Shay.
Yes.
Fantastic job.
And don't forget, Shark Talk Live is going to be happening next week.
Boom.
And you are, in the meantime, going to go check out this app while we sign off for the week.
Salado.
Right there.
How do we spell it, Timmy?
Salado. Salotto. Salado.
Salado.
Have a good night, everybody. Hopefully
Peace
you
out,
guys
everybody.
enjoy Shark Talk Live episode 21. Episode 22 coming next week.
Go Earl Strickland.